Hello, 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 and welcome to FPL with Old Man Phil. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, click the bell, so you'll be updated when future videos are uploaded. Today we're going to be taking a review of Game Week 10 and looking at how we got on in FPL, the score predictor, and against our watch list team. So let's have a look at how we got on in FPL in Game Week 10. Well, it wasn't the greatest of game weeks again, getting a game week score of 48, game week rank of 2.7 mil, and an overall score now of 640, giving us a red arrow again, taking us down to 370k. But we are still okay with that as we try to rebuild the team to game week 12 to where I want my team to be and how I want it to be looking at that time. So I'm more than prepared to accept that, and at Christmas I'm looking to be around 250k. Let's have a look at how they got on the pitch, with Sanchez playing against City only getting 1 point, to be expected. But Cancelo and Diaz, the Manchester City double up, letting me down for the second game week, and we are going to sort that out very soon, both blanking. Chilwell picked up a clean sheet and a couple of bonus points, and Livramento coming in for a clean sheet at the back. Benrahma picked up an assist, and Salah an assist, and as captain he came in with a return of 10, and Rafinha the only one who scored in midfield, picking up a total of 9 points. Up front, all three, Antonio, Kane and Tony, all blanked. I did have a clean sheet in Ben White on the bench, and in hindsight it might have been better to put Ben White in instead of one of the two City players. However, hindsight is a wonderful thing. We are almost there in terms of rebuilding the team. There are a couple more things that we need to do, and then we need to just keep an eye on the Spurs' new manager and to see if he can sort out the Tottenham performances. But we are almost there now. In terms of the watch list team, we actually got beaten this week for the first time for a long time by the watch list 11. Although in defense they were pretty poor as well. Trent, Cresswell, Jansen and Cash only picking up 4 points between them. Gallagher had a great time for Crystal Palace, picking up a total of 13, and while Foden, who we're keeping an eye on, blanked. Bowen, who we have had on our watch list for some time, he came up with a score of 11. King and Iheanacho both blanked, but Ronaldo, for the first time for a long time, against Spurs, came up with the goods, and as captain he picked up a haul of 24, and that means that it was a watch list score of 58 and our first 11 getting 48. So we are still in the lead though by 281 points to 274 points. The watch list team is due to change dramatically this week, and so it will be interesting to see if we can maintain our lead against them this week. In terms of the score predictor this week, it was an absolute disaster on the Saturday. And Leicester and Arsenal, I really felt that this was going to be a draw, but Arsenal actually came out of the blocks and really outplayed Leicester early on, and that ended up as 2-0. Burnley and Brentford, I didn't see that coming. I thought Brentford were going to be good enough to at least get a draw. I thought they would probably win, but that didn't happen, with Burnley picking up the 3 points. No one could have predicted Brighton getting a point at Anfield, especially being 2-0 down, and I actually predicted that to be 3-0. Manchester City and Crystal Palace, I thought Manchester City, this would be a stroll in the park, but it didn't turn out to be that, and Crystal Palace beat them by 2-0. Then came my first bit of success, Newcastle-Chelsea. I managed to predict that as a correct score, which gave me 3 points, which was absolutely vital at this stage. And Watford, Southampton, I didn't see Southampton winning that. I thought it was going to be a draw, but it ended up with a Southampton victory. Lucky for me, giving Livramento 6 points in EFL. Spurs, Manchester United. I really felt that Manchester United were going to continue their dismal run, but United changed their formation and managed to beat Spurs 3-0. Norwich and Leeds, that actually saved the day because I predicted that correctly as a 2-1 victory for Leeds. And then Aston Villa and West Ham continued the revival. Although I didn't get the correct score, we got the correct result. I thought it might be 2-0 to West Ham. And then Wolves and Everton, I really felt that this would be a score draw. I couldn't separate these two sides, and I predicted it to be 1-1. But Wolves were the better side on the day, and they beat Everton by 2-1. This gave us a game week total of 7 points and a running total now of 80, and a game week average of 8, giving us a percentage of 40% overall. Now, we are just over a quarter away through the season. 40% is way better than I was doing last year. I think I was down at around about 31% at this stage last year. So we're doing absolutely fabulously at 40% this year. Fantastic. And that's it for this review of Game Week 10. Overall, not the greatest of performances we've seen so far this season, but changes are coming for Game Week 11. So when we come back, we will be previewing Game Week 11 and the changes that we are going to make, both through our watch list and FPL. If you like the video, give us a big thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and click that bell. And all that remains for me to say now is see you in Game Week 11.